Punjari Jai Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Slow Yashodanandana Prajajara Ranjana Yashodanandana Prajajara Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jayo Radha Madhava Jaya Kunjari Gari Jayo Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radha Jayo Jagannatha Jayo Baladeva Subhadramai Jaya Sudarsana Jayo Krishna Balaram Jayo Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jayo Krishna Balaram Jayo Gandharvika Giridhari Gandharvika Giridhari Gaurahari Jayo Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jayo Jaya Prabhupada Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskritam Naram Chaivam Narottam Devim Saraswati Vyasam Tadodayam Udare Nasta Praya Subhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Sloke Bhakti Bhavante Naistike Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandaraya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Welcome all the devotees for Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. I seek blessing from all the devotees so that I can speak Bhagavatam in the parampara for the pleasure of Krishna and the devotees and my own purification. Today we will be reciting the second canto, second chapter, The Lord in the Heart, sloka number 11. Cannot recite. Today also interesting. Last 3 days we are describing about the Paramatma feature, how he looks and the beauty about Paramatma. So you can follow the sloka. Vibhukshitam Meghalayam Vibhukshitam Meghalaya Angilekar Mahadarani Nupura Kankanadibihi Singadharmala Kunchita Neelakundale Virochamana Nana Hasad Peshalam Vibhushita Mekalaya Angalaya Kir Mahadarai Nupura Kankana Digbi Sidangambala Mala Kunchita Singadamala Kunchita Neela Kundale Virochamana Nana Hase Peshan Lam Vibhushita Mekalaya Angaler Kir Mahadaner Nupura Kankan Nadibihi Sidandamala Kunchita Neela Kundale Virochamana Nana Hase Peshalam. So word by word meaning. Vibhushitam, well decorated. Mekalaya, with the ornament worth about the waist. Angaliyakiha, by the finger ring. Mahad Daniha, all highly valuable. Nupura, the ringing leglets. Kankanat, Abhitya, also by the bangles, Singadas, slick, Amala, spotless, Kunchita, Akunchita, curling, Neela, bluish, Kundalaha, hairs, Kundaliha, hairs, Virochamana, very pleasing, Anana, face, Hasa, smile, Peshalam, beautiful. Translation and purport by His Grace, Divine Grace, Sri Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada, Jan Srila Prabhupada. Translation: He is well decorated with ornaments worth about his waist and rings, studs with the valuable jewels on the fingers, his leglets, his bangles, his oiled hair curling with a bluish tint, and his beautiful smiling face are all very pleasing. But the Supreme Personality Godhead is the most beautiful person amongst all others. And Srila Sukadeva Goswami described every part of his translation beauty one after other, in order to teach the impersonalities that the personality of Godhead is not an imagination by the devotee for a facility of worship, but he is the Supreme Person in fact and figure. The impersonal feature of the Absolute Truth is but his radiation, as the sun rays are but radiations from the sun. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjalasalakya Chachurumilitamena Dasmai Sri Gurave Namah Sri Chaitanya Manavishtam Swapitam Mena Bhutare Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Padamji Sampadankam Vandeham Sri Guru Shivata Padakam Sri Guru Vaishnavam Sri Rupam Sagar Jatam Sadhanatam Tam Tadam Jivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sagitam Krishna Chaitanya Deva Sri Radha Krishna Pada Sagana Veritas Vichakam Ye Krishna Karna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namu Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanu Sudha Devi Pranamami Haripre Vancha Kalpadrubhisha Kripasandeva Chapatitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namano Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vachar Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Namo Pangajanabhaya Namo Pangajamaline Namo Pangajanetraya Namaste Pangajangriye Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Langarate Grim Kripa Tamaham Bande Shri Guru Dinataram Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Hare Krishna, welcome once again for the Nityam Bhagavata Sevya. Today it's very interesting. Actually, Sukadeva Goswami describing about the Paramatma, that Sri Adaksha Vishnu form, who is meditating on his heart. It's been last 3 days we are discussing. Let us recap what was the Sukadeva Goswami is trying to tell. So others conceive of the personality of God as resting within the body in the region of heart and measuring only 8 inches, with the forehand carrying a lotus, a wheel of chariot, a conch shell and a club respectively. So wheel, chariot, club. So Changu Chakra, Gada Padma he is carrying in the hand, and also he is 8 inches in transcendental height, and also he is residing in the heart region. And also what we understood it, when they meditate, he turned into the 15 years old boy who is a Shamasundara. So that's how they are able to meditate. Then further proceed that, then he is describing about the face. His mouth expresses happiness, his eyes spread like the petals of lotus, his garments yellowish like the saffron of Kadamba flower, as bedlocked with the valuable jewels. His ornaments are made up of gold, set with jewels, and he wears glowing headdress and earrings. So about the facial parts he was describing, he is wearing a yellow dress. That means what kind of yellow? It is a Kadamba tree, there's a flower comes, that type of yellow. And also his eyes is spread like a lotus petal, so Kamala eyes, so petal, okay, and he is sleeping on what? Devastating sea, and the Anantashesha is like a lotus lily flower. He is sleeping on that form, and he is wearing the jewels. Okay, it is golden ornaments are wearing, and head crown and earrings are there. So further to that, we also understood that what are the jewels he is wearing. He is wearing a jewel of his lotus feet are placed over the whirl of the lotus-like heart of the great mystics. So he is keeping his lotus feet on the great mystic yogi's heart. Okay, his chest is a Kaustuma jewel. So Kaustuma jewel, you heard about that. What is the color of Kaustuma jewel? It is a bluish in color, and also he is wearing it in neck, and it is connected with a golden chain, engraved with a beautiful calf, and there are other jewels in his shoulder. His complete torus of garland with fresh flowers. So it not only neck, he has been decorated with the jewels on his body, also he is wearing a Vaijayanti mala, that very fresh, beautiful flowers, not dried, not petals come out, it's fresh, intact. So that type of garland he is wearing. And today's sloka, what we are Parvat is saying it, he is well decorated with ornaments worth about his waist and his waist belt, waist belt is it's a gold he is wearing, and rings that with valuable jewels on his fingers also he says. You might have seen the politician and rich people, they wear a lot of jewels on their fingers like that. His leglets, so his ankle also, ankle means leg. That also he is having jewels, also he is having bangles. Okay, and here says curly hairs, and here it says that bluish, but actually his hair is not bluish, because his body is blue, so that reflects like a blue. So let us understand little more about what this sloka is talking about. He is decorated with a valuable belt. So it is not a normal what we are wearing a dead animal's belt, that is not the belt. Lord is wearing very valuable jewels and gold. Okay, many rings. He is not putting one ring in his hand, many rings he is putting in his fingers. And 2 anklets, both the legs he is saying anklets. And bracelets and all on the hands you will put. His attractive smiling, he is not very morose, he is smiling, his smile is so attractive. And face is surrounded by the spotless, glossy curly. So his face, you might have seen that Krishna is spot means sparkling type. Face is very bright, but glossy means very bright and very shiny. Curly hairs are there. Even though they have used the word Neela, in the sloka it said Neela, so it Kundala means Kunta means the hair, and Neela Kunta means it is a blue hair. Actually Krishna is not having blue hair. Even though they use the word, but he doesn't have the blue hair, black locked of hair. So lot of hair, bushy type, okay. Maybe slightly tint with the blue because it reflects from his body. So sometimes if you wear your yellow dress, yellow shirt, very mango yellow shirt, then naturally your face also will look bright. If you wear a black dark, then your face also look little dull. So because of its bodily complex, his hairs also reflects. Here it is translated as a black curly hair, the Maha Danya means valuables, and he is also attractive smile in his face, which shines with a glossy locking hair. This is a description of Paramatma within the heart. Okay, so he is further continues tomorrow also. Actually, next class is on Sunday. So again, the speaker will be glorifying that further beauty about it. So we have to understand why we have to understand this is because why Sukadeva Goswami so elaborately says that the ultimate reality is very specific reality. There is some specific reason for that beauty of the Lord, why he is describing it. The ornaments he is wearing, how his fingers, dress, specific details will serve the purpose. There is a meaning behind that, why he is describing so detailed. With a broad dome of philosophy, there is a tendency to go to the general philosophy has a particular way of the function. So, if you want to tell something, morning example that I told that how to replace the agarbatti stand. So I told you remove the old dust, put it in a fill the pot with the sand, keep it back. So much of specification there. How the sand will, where it is lying. Okay, which shelf you have got it, it's packed in a what color of cover, plastic cover, all the specification we are giving, there is a purpose behind it. So that the more detail we give to you, so that the more you are able to understand what I am talking. So similarly, Sukadeva Goswami, the more detailed description of what Lord is giving, so that we can imagine that how the Lord beauty is a Paramatma beauty looks. The appearance and object behind the subject of the object. So it's all very important. The philosophy means itself is a truth. So if somebody is saying that he is talking about philosophy, that means he is talking about the truth, how the Lord looks. He is not imagining, he is not coming with his own ideas. The fundamental truth, there is more reality than making eyes. So the philosophy, what Sukadeva Goswami says, it's more reality than what you can see in your own eyes. The person may look attractive but depraved. So sometimes that way. On the other hand, somebody may look very disorganized or shabby look, but they may be genius. It happens both. If you see that Einstein, Newton they are not at all beauty. You see the paintings of them, they are very old, curly hairs. Abdul Kalam is very old, curly hairs, and nobody looked at he is like a hero. But he is very genius, very intelligent people. Sometimes the film actors, they look very beauty, but if they start talking, all nuts comes out. You know that by talking itself, they don't have anything in the brain. So such things can happen, contradict. But Lord is not that. He is both beauty as well as he is very genius. The institutions and try to approach the reality in these terms. Let's go beyond the appearance of the substance, and while this is a universal philosophy, often the principle is applied to a particular way that we want to go beyond the specification of the universe. So it is a very detailed subject. So Sukadeva Goswami trying to explain as such that we can able to understand stage by stage. Like example, now when you talk about Indian flag, 3 colors is there. Maroon, white and green, and in the center chakra and blue color. So when we describe that Indian flag color, there's a lot of value. Flag, So that is what the description talks about. It appears a specific material domain, but sometimes it applied to the spiritual. Similarly, the spiritual thing also, specifications gives a lot of meaning and weightage. The material domain takes towards the spiritual reality, but the spiritual domain approaches taken Like example is that we glorify about the beauty about Krishna. Krishna has a peacock feather on his head, he has a flute, he grazed the cow. So much we are describing, Why we describe it? So that it is how Krishna loves the nature. Then you can imagine what Krishna likes. When you describe about that, he finds joy in simple thing also. It is not only that how he looks, how he likes. He also enjoys that. That's why he is flute and he is spending time with them. Simple, and how simple life he is leading in Vrindavan. Correct? That's what. So this is how we have to correlate why Sukadeva Goswami describing Paramatma in detailed one. So with this, we try to wind up with short message, but we will have some other class, the detailed description, some more in detail. because we have other service to execute today. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.